So, Galactica Galaxy is a hard game to master. You've got loads of mechanics like sliding, boxes, grumblies, everything basically. There's so much. So to try and learn to speedrun it is very difficult because if you look at the world record, it's doing all these crazy tricks, and it seems quite hard to get into. But you can actually set quite a good time without any crazy glitches. So in this video I'm going to go over like 3 different sort of, well, I say 3. I'm going to kind of list what strategies you should try and use to get certain milestones. So what strategies you should go for if you want a sub 4 minute run, a sub 3 minute, and so on. So yeah, let's get started. Here, and you get that first melon. Down here, you get the second melon here. For that red timing, you can actually hit a lot later than you would think. So just remember that. Then you come down here and get this third melon. And then what I want you to do is try and just run and jump. And you might not make it across the gap, but you might land sort of here, and then you can just hop up, and you can set a pretty good time, just like that. I just get the speed from going between the level. Then this is the difficult part. So take as many attempts as you want to try and do this bit, but all you have to do is walk off there and then come into this room, jump over this. That might take you a few tries as well. And then you complete the beanstalk level, and then you go this way, and so there's this thing. Now if you want, you can run in from this level and do a short hop to get over it nice and quickly. But yeah, so slowly make your way through the next level, and then in this level there's a key strategy. You need to jump and hold. As soon as you enter the level, you want to be holding up and right, and if you do that, oh, oops. No. So you want to be holding up and right until you reach that pillar, and then just walk off like this. And you see, it auto does it for you. And what's a bonus is that if you do it again, you'll avoid the grumbly. So, like, basically that level's whole difficulty is cheesed by that setup. Dropping down here, for this melon you have to run and just click really precisely, and yeah, if you do that you should collect it. I think a lot of this run, you need to know where to go. For this bit, the main thing you just want to do is try and just scramble over the grumbly. At this low level you don't really need to try and avoid it that much because it's not costing you too much time in a 4 minute run. And then you can just jump over these 3 as they come towards you. So yeah. Now, these grumblies are annoying, so don't expect to get this first try. Now, if you accidentally fall down here, well, you've kind of got yourself in a bit of a pickle. You could try and do this fun jump if you're confident, but you probably want to go for this easier jump, and then back to here. For these ones, you want to try and jump when the grumblies are touching each other. Jump. Oh, well, that didn't go very well, but when they're closing in on each other, you can jump. I mean, you might as well just do it randomly, because, like, but after speedrunning this game for a while, you can usually get a sense of, like, when to jump. But jumping randomly is probably quite a good strategy if you're just going for sub 4. And you can come down here and jump up here and time that. I've got that pretty consistently, that timing. Now you can come here And what you're going to want to do is over these two and hop over here. Now, do note that if you fall in the pit, it is a lot of time wasted. So if you aren't confident with sort of not falling in the pit, you might want to get this melon as your second melon instead of your 9th. Those jumps are also annoying, but then you can come back into this room and go this way. Into this room, and then this room's quite simple. Just hop up these and then down here, and then it's the boss fight. I'm pretty sure the boss lasts something like, I can't remember. Anyway, the timer freezes before the boss, and the boss, I think the boss lasts about maybe 34 seconds when played optimally, so you can give yourself about like 35 or 37. Annoying jump on here, but you just want to jump and then slide in, and hopefully you don't like mess that up. And then you just don't press anything once you've pressed the switch. Your final time will be displayed like that. Now, if you are going for a sub 3, you're going to need to include a lot more strategies. You can keep improving your sub 4 time, but sub 3 is when you want to start doing things a lot quicker. The main one is not dying as much. You want to try and die as little as possible. I don't think there's anywhere in this game where dying helps. So just try and avoid... Oh. Yeah. So, for this timing, once you're coming out of this room, you can... If you hit it quite late, you can just clear this whole gap. And that sort of saves a bit of time. And then you can come straight into this gap and do the jump. Of course, you still can, like, just... If you miss it, it's just a jump up, and it actually still saves quite a bit of time over going the normal way. I think something like 7 seconds. Well, I'm assuming that it could be like 3 if you play the normal way really often. Anyway, here you can actually just get hyperspeed and jump over a bit faster, and it'll send you back here. That's something you might want to include. And then you can hop through these. Here you want to do speed hop, and then you want to try and click, and if you click at the right time, you'll see that I've flung through this level. You want to try and click on the screen transition. If you are finding this super inconsistent, there's another version you can do where you slow down before, and that one's pretty consistent. And so you can, yeah. Now here, what you can do is you can fall off and jump like that at the start of the level, and it sets up that grumbly timing nicely. And you want to try and go for the first cycle of these as they're coming towards you. You can use like a speed strat here as a jump over here, but the any percent run doesn't, well, I tried to go for it in the any percent run, but that didn't really work out. And of course you can do that if you fall down. If you want to get these grumbly timings, you kind of want to do it maybe as they're moving in. I don't really know. You can kind of just check the video to see when I jump, but I usually know when to sort of jump. Here there's this optional strategy you can go for, where you hold and hold and hold, and you can fly across here, all the way to here, and then you can do if you want, you can try and carry hyperspeed into here as well to land on one of these high ones. But you don't really need that for sub 3. It's quite helpful, but it's not required. Yeah, and you can get to this guy. Boss fight also stays the same, so we can move on to the advanced route. You want to try this new strategy that helps you make corners faster. It's called a 4-frame, and it basically looks like when you want to turn around quickly, instead of just immediately switching to left, you can actually just wait a bit, a very short period of time, and it's actually faster to turn around. So you can see Terry goes into his neutral state for about four frames, but it's quite effective no matter how many frames you do it for, because it's a lot slower than you see the slidey action he's doing when I instantly switch. So you might want to start implementing that into your run. Think about all of the movement time saves, like instead of trying to jump up here and then onto here, you can just jump straight over here. And you want to think of little optimizations like that can sort of carry you all the way. Here, there's actually a strat where you go in this way and then collect the melon like that. But, well, I got it first try, but that'd be misleading because it's actually very difficult. And it only saves a second. If you really need time save, go for it. But you won't need this unless you're going for like sub 220, which, I mean, you could be. Here, when you jump up, you want to try and bonk your head on this, so you come down faster, and you don't sort of get stuck in here, because it's just faster. And here, you kind of want to make it and just sneak into here, and then you can sort of... Getting this second try is fine, but you're probably on quite a bad run anyway, so yeah, don't really go for 3 times unless you're really fast at backing it up. You can just reset the run. Here, you've got 2 options. The any % run, I'm trying to get a really fast time, so of course I try and do the fastest version like that, where I just fly through all the screens. But, as mentioned in the intermediate one, if you want, you can just race through here and then slow down, and then do another one through here using the hyperspeed. It will be less hyperspeed, so it won't be as fast, but hyperspeed nonetheless. So here, hyperspeed is quite useful, so you might want to go for it. But it won't save you a cycle here. You'll still have to wait unless you're really fast. But you can use it again here to maybe save time, depending on how clean you get it. And then you just want to... Now, for most of these upward sections, you just want to be holding up because it's the best way to climb as fast as possible. There's no point trying to wait around here. You just want to be holding and jumping as soon as possible. I would definitely recommend watching all the other tutorials before the advanced one, just because. Once you got 9, if you come down here to this 4th step down, and then walk here, you can hold. What you're going to do is you're going to hold, and then you're going to do one jump where you're holding, and then you're going to do another tap when you enter the second room, like this. Now, of course, I actually timed that better than you need to, but if you tap a bit later, you fly straight into this room. So remember this 4th step, and remember where it is. Because if you get, of course, it's not a perfect setup, but it gives you the chance to get there. And if you land up there, right, if you land in here, then you can instantly collect the melon and be done with this room ridiculously fast. And then boss fights the same. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want the sub 220 tutorial because you're a maniac, then I can make that, but you know, nobody's actually done sub 220s, so yeah, but thanks guys for watching. I recommend making sure to watch all the tutorials before just watch all the tutorials before the tutorial you were planning on watching. So if you're watching intermediate, I'd watch beginner first. Just because it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about when I mention... Because I'll go over like a lot of the basics in beginner, and without the basics, you can't exactly build on top of your skills. But yeah, I think I've covered everything. That's how to get sub 4, sub 3, and sub 230 in GGG Galaxy. And I'll see you all next time, which might be after I've beaten GGG Galaxy Grandmaster.